Hey guys, Carey Hodsden, PGA here with Common Sense Golf with today's quick lesson about the quarters of the golf swing. Okay, I look at the golf swing as a completely circular, um, rotational um, thing. Okay, for lack of a better word. But I like to cut the golf swing up in quarters. Okay, the quarters start in the center of my body, like a bullseye. My body's the center of a bullseye. I have a line coming in this way and a line coming in this way. Okay. This is the north-south line, the east-west line, and each area, here, here, and here, are the quarters, okay? One thing that most people don't understand is that this quarter over here, the right quarter, the right front quarter of my golf swing, which to me is the front trail quarter of my golf swing, is where all the magic happens, okay? This is the most important quarter. And the reason is because of sequence again. It's almost impossible for people to understand when they're looking at the golf swing how it feels versus how it looks. Because when you're watching television, you're watching somebody like Rory McIlroy or even Scheffler now, where he's doing both feet like this and then dragging his foot forward and stuff like that in the middle of the golf swing. Um, that's in an effort to give him more time to get the club down into the hitting zone and so on and so forth. But if you watch Rory really closely or Tiger, those type of golf swings, you'll note, and Hogan, you'll note that when they start the downswing, they're starting the downswing from back here where we all started from, but they're not moving forward or out over the golf ball before they start the golf swing, okay? They start in this quarter and they stay in this quarter, okay, until the very end of the golf swing, which is why you see when they go through, you see them back here, their heads back here, they're swinging through the golf ball back here, and you see this pelvis forward, belly forward kind of look because they're still back here thinking they're in this quarter of the golf swing, okay? This quarter is an afterthought, okay? We need to get there for sure, and we need to release and let it go, but everything happens from here to here, this 90-degree quarter of this golf swing. Okay, so when you're on the range and on the golf course, primarily practicing, I want to see you do this on the range more than anywhere. I want you to think about swinging from this quarter. How does that feel? I'm going to show you. All right, so we get set up here. We push the club back like I like to see, pushing the handle back first here with our shoulder. Then we wrist set with our left hand, right? So now we're in this really, really strong position. Okay, and from here we recenter, okay, and most people from here will go this way. Okay, I'm going to show you down the line so you can kind of get a feel for it. All right, so I'm pushing back, I'm getting into this wrist set position. Most people from here go this way. Okay, so what's happening is they're swinging out, they're completely skipping this right front trail quarter, and they're going to the left front trail quarter right away. Can't happen, okay? Because when we go up this way, okay, if we go out over in this way, we can't get back down to the golf ball without doing some really crazy stuff with our hands. Okay, it just doesn't work. So what we need to do is we need to stay in that quarter, this front right quarter here. So we get in this wrist set, okay, and from here we're going to swing. We're going to start rotating from back here. We're not going to go forward first and rotate. We're going to rotate from right back here, which is going to make our head appear to move backwards as we're swinging forwards, okay? So for you guys, a baseball player gets right here. He's already turned, or he or she is already turned, right? They step into it. They rotate this way and drop in and hit from behind. So they're swinging in this quarter again. We're here, we swing in this quarter and then make contact just in the center or slightly ahead of the center line, if that makes some sense, okay? So same thing happens in golf. We push this thing back, okay, and then we recenter, and then we rotate from back here to hit the golf ball and then release into it, right? And then all the way through, and then we make contact slightly ahead of the center line, the north-south line, okay? But the swing itself happens back here, not up here. Not up here. We don't do that. We do it from back here, okay? So this quarter of the golf swing is tremendously important. Almost nobody does this right. I mean, very, very, very few amateurs, except for top-level amateurs, do this right, okay? And there's even a lot of golf professionals that don't do this right. I mean, I would say the majority of all golfers, probably 95% or more, don't do this right, okay? And it's because they want to go forward and hit the golf ball, but you have to understand this is a rotational thing. We're in the center, and my body goes around. Okay, now if I was moving side to side and trying to hit a golf ball that way and going straight up and straight down, like the modern swing kind of tries to do, then you can move a little bit laterally, because you need the time to get the club back down. So you would move laterally. You would move laterally in that swing so you can get the club back down and cover the golf ball, which is the way the modern swing works. Okay, but we don't want to do that. We want to get back here and swing from back here, okay, and let that thing go like a baseball player would, because it's the strongest position that you can approach from and most consistent position because your hands are closer to the slot like we've talked about in other videos. All right, so I'm going to attempt to demonstrate here for you. It's going to appear that when I go back here, it's going to appear that my head stays back here, okay, and then the swing goes through, and then you'll see this kind of classic finish position that kind of Hogan had with swing around his body and using that front right quarter back here as the catalyst to strike the golf ball. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to push the club back. We're going to get here. We're going to recenter, and then we're going to screw ourselves into the ground, and we're going to hit from this back quarter here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I just kind of leaned back on my back foot a little bit there. Lost my balance just at the last second, but let's try that one more time. But that's basically the idea. I got to get on one of these mats or the other. So I'm just going to keep my feet on one mat here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to push back here, and then we're going to recenter, and then we're going to approach from the inside and hit from the right side. Okay, here we go. There we go. A lot more balance there. All right, so that's an incredibly important lesson about how the quarters in the golf swing affect your golf swing, and what the most important quarter is, which is the front right, or the front trail quarter. Okay, if you're left-handed, it'll be your front left quarter. If you're right-handed, it'll be your front right quarter. This quarter is so important. This is where you swing from. You start the swing here, not up here. You started up here, you're going to be late. You're going to hit shanks. You're going to hit all kinds of crazy stuff. Lots of slices, really, from up there. Thanks for watching. I'm Carey Hodsden, PGA, with Common Sense Golf, and I can't wait to see you again. See you soon.